What is up? I dropped the kids off. Not like that, you know what I mean? Dropped the kids off at Graham's. Went to grab your mic and plug it in. I was like, wait, where's my phone? Had to do a quick little pit stop. And that's okay. And I hope you appreciate the Christmas colors because you should. Um, it is the last full day of school. We got finals days the next few days. So, after today, I will most likely not see a few of these kiddos for, I don't know, almost 3 weeks, which is crazy, which means there's a lot of expectations to set about what their break looks like and what they end up doing and what they need to come back to school with. New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. I don't know. I said those separately. New Year's is right around the corner too. We come back to school on January 5th, and you can't be like, all right, everybody, what's your New Year's resolutions? Let's start on January 5th. You can, but as a good teacher of mine, we're going to knock out some resolutions today and talk about what I want them to show up to school on the 5th already doing, depending on what their goal is, you know? You don't just hop up and do these New Year's resolutions, man. You kind of got to like jog into them, you know, slowly build up so that way. And again, not a big fan of New Year's Eve, big fan. Daughter's birthday, time to celebrate a year well lived and all that stuff. But yeah, anyway, it's good. And you know, sometimes as a teacher, you just gotta like wear festive stuff. It just makes your day feel a little better, you know? Is this Auntie Erica? It is. Nice. Yeah, you know, I've always had a hard time dressing down, I like to say. This is kind of dressing down, right? But you know, on like the last day of school, kind of before Christmas break, you know, the main one, I'm like, I think it's good for the kids to see that, you know, you got a little holiday spirit in you. And I definitely do. I've been listening to Christmas music since the week before Thanksgiving, which happened because my family did Thanksgiving a week early. And so after Thanksgiving, my brain's always like, yeah, dude, you can start listening to Christmas music. And I did. And then the real Thanksgiving happened. I'm like, wait, well, I'm still listening to Christmas music. So I've been in the spirit, you know? Still a few gifts left to give. I've been moving around. Dougie, which is our elf, and he's a wild guy. And he showed up the day after Thanksgiving. I'm pretty sure he didn't need to start showing up till December 1st. So I think we kind of messed up there. But you know what? We will adapt for next year. And maybe somebody told me that, you know, you probably shouldn't do, you know, the old elf on the shelf. I get it. There's a lot I shouldn't do. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of things in my life that require a ton of work. But is it worth it? I think so. I think it's fun. I think it's cool. And you can't complain about it. You know what I mean? If you like it, you can't complain that it's a lot of work. If it requires you having to do something extra, you can't complain about it because, you know, I hope you know. Oh, man. I today was thinking about like processes. So my process for waking up is, you know, alarm goes off. I've got like, I play Wordle. I read a few different uh, emails. One's about like finances going on in the world. One's about like world events. Um, there's like a morning prayer that gets sent around and shared, which is cool. Um, and then I've got to start getting all my humans up as well. And at 5 o'clock this morning, my alarm went off because I was going to get a little workout in. Oh, Sarah was already up and out. And so Palmer was awake though. And I had to get Palmer back to sleep. By the time I got Palmer back to sleep, it was already like 5:20. And I'm like, I got to get things rolling by 6. And they're stirring around because, yes, they're in our room right now. And I was like, okay, fine. I'm just going to wake up at 6. But if I wake up at 6, then I get out of bed by 6:15 and threw Griffin in the shower with me. But where I'm going with this is like, get out of the shower, get dressed, get Griffin dressed, get all that stuff. Then I got to make him breakfast. Then I got to make me breakfast. Then one of the kids wakes up. I got to take them pee. And Callaway got to take a little pull up off. And Palmer stays asleep. So as we're leaving, I got to go outside and I got to turn the car on with my keys. But then we go out the front door. And then I got to I had to figure out, dang, I need to take the house key off of my car keys so that way I could go lock the front door while my car is on so I could, keep the car on with my kids in it and it's hot and you know what I mean? But I was just thinking about what is the best process? And I think living is continually improving upon the process, the way we do things. And I have been told, I've read that you don't rise to your expectations, you fall to your processes, you fall to these things that you've set up. And maybe I said that wrong, but that's okay, no one cares. But yeah, what is the process? I've made the process for working out as simple and easy as I could. I've made my process for grading as effective and easy as I can. I make my drive to school, the process of where I go and which way. I am always trying to fine tune that process. And I think there's a lot of life that gets missed out if our processes are all out of whack. If you want to go on a vacation, what is the process? Well, if you just are like, yeah, I'm going to go do this. Yeah, you can. But I just think I haven't done a good job of taking the time to process the steps that I need to get somewhere. Um, I used to have an event company, good old Undie Run, and uh, Now the mic is back on. But I think this entire time the mic has been off. Look at the little green light. Green light wasn't on. I don't think. If it was, I'm just crazy. But anyway, hey, happy Tuesday. Nail those processes down and enjoy the process, you know? That is the fun part. So, okay, I'm out. Bye.